first thing the Amherst need to do is just show up. They've been off for 13 days. Laval hasn't played in 8. This sort of mini vacation is over. They need to make sure they're in postseason mode, not off-season mode, and don't make mistakes against a team that during the course of the regular season made you pay for it with putting the puck in the back of the net.
Here we go, the Amherst wearing the dark blues, shooting at the net to our left as the puck at center ice along the far boards. A scrum there. It's poked to the Rochester blue line. They get stood up. Harvey Pinard able to slide it around behind the Amherst net. And back chipped around the far boards, but not out. Shot around behind the Amherst net over the near wing, and that's in the end of the rink to our right. Popped up in the air over the blue line, and ahead to center ice comes Jobs. A puck back at the right point, kept in, out to the near side for Rusek. Drops it back at top. Long shot. They score! This time just barely, but it is under the crossbar. In and out. And the Amherst score on the power play.
And unbelievably, from the left point on a one-time release for the 4th time in the playoffs, it is Kale Clegg. He was finding the low blocker side of Brandon Halverson, but he goes top shelf past the glove of Caden Primo. Clegg's had a knack for theatrics with third-period goals, but he gets us going early here. Special teams require special players, and Kale Clegg has done just that for the Amherst all postseason long.
So the Amherst drawing first blood. Again, that was just barely under the crossbar. It was very quickly in and out. Hits the mesh up underneath the top shelf and back out in a hurry. Puck along the near wing, pulled out over the line to center ice, drawn back in. Up there was offside, but no call. There's a shot grabbed by Levi. Holds on for the face-off, which was a high shot for the crossbar, but Levi able to grab it and hold. Kept in on the right wing side by the Rocket, pass in the slot. Amherst take it away, but out in front again, another flip shot and a goal. Levi on his knees, puck pops loose. Out top, wrist shot in Mayer. That's blocked in front. Levi might have got the right pad on it. And the puck dumped out of the zone to center ice. Trying to sneak it through, but couldn't. Now on the near wing to Dauphin. Takes a look, he's got a man at the back post. Out top, shot, they score. That's Mayer, puts it up under the crossbar. Almost a mirror image to the Amherst goal. Power play goal, and this game is all tied.
Well, as it gets tied.
Up the left wing for the Rocket. Into the Rochester zone, back on the near side. Mayer, the goal scorer, his wrister in to the knees of Levi. Grabs it, holds on, and again we'll do a little pushing and shoving in front of the net. This time they've got one of the defensemen also in deep, so the faceoff should be coming out of the zone. 7:49 to go. First period tied at 1, and just still some sticks up, a little face washing. We welcome the viewers who are watching this game on FloHockey. That's off on the near boards. Davidson carries it down on the half wall. Takes a look. Tried to feed through, but it's off a skate, deflected down the far corner. Recovered, now is locked out in front of the net. A poke check of the puck. Drop back on top. Now on the left side. Shot in. Head saved by Levi. Way outside the net. There's a long shot in, but blocked in front. Comes down the far boards. Dug out again. On the left wing side by the Rocket. 5 seconds left in the penalty. On the right side, one-time shot, and that's blocked in front. Pass coming out to the near point, kicked at and fanned on. Amherst up ice, now wide to left side. Hellenius bringing it in, dropping it out in front, and unable to reach it, Kozak. 50 to go in the first period. They get tied up in the corner, stolen away by the Rocket out in front. Another shot, and a return shot, and a rebound. They score. Puck bouncing loose out into the circles, and it's poked in by Reinbacher just inside the right post. And so now the Rocket take their first lead of the game.
Yeah, I think this is one that, as the Amherst get to the bench, they're going to talk about this rebound control. And, you know, Devin Levi's obviously trying, but the defense is all bunched up in front of the ice, or in front of the crease, I should say. That ended up being 3 shots in less than 10 seconds, 2 rebounds off of Levi, and you got to block those opportunities, and you got to prevent those secondary chances. And that's what has forced Laval its first lead of the game.
That's pulled away along the near side, but again, it's spun into the corner dugout. Warren pulled down, tried to feed out in front as he's on his stomach, and the puck blocked around behind the net. To the far boards, and the Amherst get a hold of it. Warren up the right side, shoots it toward the net, and pinned up against the post. Primo has it, grabs the rebound, holds on, and will now sticks up again at the side of the Amherst net. As they push up against the backboards, 1:03 to go in period number 1 and a 2-1 lead for Laval.
You do like the response from Rochester here, generating some scoring chances.
Off to the far point, but the Hammers get away. Out in front, and a pass attempt across the goal mouth is blocked away. That off the stick of Johnson and fanned on it. It's back at the right point. One-time shot in as Johnson snaps his stick in half, and the puck dribbles down in the corner. That's along the near boards again. Hammers get hold of it. Turned up the right wing. Dropped off in the slot. They shoot. They score! Clay drops it up front. Hellenius there. One-timer. Upper left corner. Hammers tie it up.
Just all kinds of pressure from Rochester, and Cale Clegg, who's been the veteran that's been leading the ship. Let's not forget the cavalry, the reinforcements, and Consta Hellenius, who's coming off an up-and-down rookie season, has played excellent here in the Calder Cup playoffs. He finds his way, clamps himself down just outside that right wing circle, and bangs home a one-timer. Quick release over the shoulder of Caden Primo to even this one up. Back-to-back periods, an early goal for the Hammers.
Here's Fiddler Schultz on the left side and over the line, busting in a goal. And shot knocked down, the shot from Dunn. Wraparound attempt, he scores! Josh Dunn sticks with it, rips it around inside the post, and the Hammers take the lead back.
He would not be denied. Josh Dunn, who's been here before, who's had success before in the playoffs as recently as a year ago, showcases more of it in this moment. The hustle from Dunn and the pressure that Laval applies, but Caden Primo comes way off his net, and the Rockets just aren't able to get their defenseman in a good position. That's a wraparound with an empty net, basically, and the Hammers roar back. Pair of early goals to take a lead here in the second.
So 3-2 for Rochester, and the pass along the near side. That's fired out to center ice and done forward out to center ice. Back for it, Wahlberg, as he's bumped, able to clear it up the wall. Collision of bodies in front of the player benches, and it's out of the near wing. Still a Rochester player down the ice trying to get up. And it's carried in over the Rochester line. Drop back in front. Feed off and moving in. There's a shot by Witherspoon off the blocker of Levi, up and out of play. 11:19 to go here in the second period. As the puck dropped, Holden Rathbone retreats behind the net. Will shoot it around the far boards where it's tipped through and down ice on a race for it. Hammers will get to it first, no icing. Feed out in front, all alone. Hellenius with a shot. Good stop, Primo, as he robs Hellenius, who tried to put it inside the back post.
I think the Hammers were settling in that first period, and I still think you're seeing a bit of shakiness from Caden Primo, but he's a one heck of a goaltender, and saves like that are the ones that Laval have used and did use throughout the regular season to backstop them to 48 wins and the McGregor-Kilpatrick Trophy as the league's best teams.
Off the right wing and in over the line. They got a man, Jackai, breaking it on goal. Tip attempt, and Levi on his stomach has underneath him and holds on, and Dunn will have a few words with Jackai as they get all jammed up on the back boards. Once again, how many players are in the mix for Laval behind the net?
4 of them.
Yeah. See, there's only one defenseman on top, so the face-off has to come out of the zone. Unless the rules have changed, as far as I'm concerned.
You are a student of the game, Don. I think the face-off's going to come out of the zone because Laval's getting a penalty.
Actually, it's going to go all the way down ice, perhaps. That is Jackai getting the box right there, so that's even better. Time of the penalty, 9:25 of the second period. Dunn against Gignac for this face-off. As the puck dropped, pulled back at the left point, kept in by Reinbacher, and along the near boards, kept in down to the side of the net, feet out in front, quick shot, they score. Gignac between the circles, slams a one-timer inside the right post. Another power play goal for the Rocket.
Quick moving power play that looks a lot different than Syracuse's, where there was just nothing that the Crunch could develop. Meanwhile, here Laval, they give you a few different looks. We saw that one-timer from the deep slot from Mayu on their first power play goal in the opening period. And here, Brandon Gignac just does a good job of subtly creeping down. He's got pressure to his left and right, but he finds room. He's a smaller guy, too. That helps to be 5'10", $195. You can kind of scoot your way through some pressure, and he does not miss to tie this game.
On the sideboards, Reinbacher in the corner. He'll lay it in a goal, backdoor side and a shot. Great save by Levi. And the puck in the zone taken away. Komarov backhands it over the line. Long shot in again, blocked away by Levi, coming down the near corner. That pass out in front of that bounces through up in the air, not the other side, and cleared along and down ice. Picked up by the Rocket. And a pass up the near wing. Farrell enters the Amerks zone off the near boards. In the corner, throws it in on goal, and the rebound, and they score. And pop back out in front. And there was Barry Belay to poke it down inside the back post. And the Rocket have come back and regained the lead.
Don, you know, seconds before they score this goal, you cited how fatigued Rochester looked on the ice.
Now turned away, the Amerks pass up the right side, dumped in on goal. Stopped there by Prevost, slips it around behind his net, comes off the near wing, back at the left point, kept in by Johnson. Wrister in, knocked down off the right pad of Primo. Missed wide, comes down behind. Ooh, a bad hit on the backboards as Kulik spun face first into the backboards. No call. Out of the near point, kept in, and a long shot in, blocked away. Far side getting hold of Clegg. Bangs it up the boards, out over the line to center ice. At the red line and back on the near wall where it's Murray digs it out. Murray enters the zone. Drops it right wing side. Carried down the corner. Elenius drops it on top. And a shot in, but then into the midsection of the goaltender, Caden Primo, and he holds on for a face-off with 10:46 to go in the third, and the Amerks still trading 4-3.
Well, that hit was on Mason Yobs, and that hit should be a penalty. His numbers are facing Joshua Waugh, who takes his stick, puts it horizontally, and just clamps down onto Yobs, who ends up getting sailed into the boards, and you know, that's a big part of this game.
Puck comes around the near boards. Austin trying to dig it out. They tie up in the corner. Austin in front. Rosean shot. Scores! Rosean stuck it through under the left pad of Primo. Amerks have tied it up.
Well, what a goal from Isak Rosean. Again, urgency being felt by the Rochester Americans here midway through the period. They've applied pressure in this frame throughout. And Isak Rosean, who was this team's leading point producer, nearly eclipsed 30 goals in the regular season. He comes through here, 5-hole on a goal that I can tell you Primo probably wishes he had back. That one somehow beats him, and the Amerks bring life back into Blue Cross Arena.
Rose side and over the line. Clegg drops it off on the right wing boards. Out to the point. Komarov shot. Big kick save by Primo, and the puck all the way down in a race for it. Out of his net, Levi can't get a hold of it. Oh, it's blocked away. Levi out of position. A shot by Kapanen is blocked. And behind the net, who blocked that shot?
Komarov.
All right, under front. Kapanen shot. Levi with a save. And out the other side. Comes down the far corner again. On the Harvey Pinard for the Rocket, but pulled to the backboards and behind the net. Dunn for the Amerks digs it out. Lays it back, left point. Clegg with a shot, goes wide, rebound in front, and a scramble for the puck. Knocked loose, cleared out of the zone. And all the way left wing side, into the Rochester zone, and a shot missed the net. Comes down behind. Off the backboards, into the near corner, Gignac, but he dropped back at the right point, kept in, long shot from there. Oh, they score! A shot from out top by Mayo, tipped at the back post, and now it is a 5-4 lead for the Laval Rocket.
Well, this game continues to go back and forth, back and forth. Logan Mayu is such a gifted offensive defenseman, and at the top of the blue line, Laval, like you talked about, Don, just has bodies in front of the net. And in this case, it's Oliver Kapanen. Had an assist earlier in the game. Here he gets
on the boards out of the near point, but kept in by Lindstrom. Behind the Amerks net, into the far corner, 55 seconds to go. And here goes Levi heading to the bench.
You're watching this game on FloHockey. Look for Kulik to slide over to the right side. He's not going to go to the dot right away should the Amerks win this draw. He may not go there immediately, but he's going to get closer to that ring.
Puck is dropped, poked down into the corner. There's slipped on the corner boards, round behind that. Murray digs it out, pass out in front, tipped away, moving in, Rosean with a shot, and that's off of something up and on a play. And now we're down to just under 10 seconds to go.
C'est gagné par d'autres, par les Amerks. Un tir de loin qui est bloqué. Murray veut reprendre. Et la passe est interceptée. Barry Boulay ferme la porte. Et le Rocket va chercher le premier match de la série. 5-4 à Rochester. Quel match! Les vétérans se lèvent à la fin. Ils vont aller chercher un match mérité. Quelle bataille exceptionnelle ce soir. Et le Rocket va chercher la victoire. C'est pas croyable. Quel spectacle de hockey aujourd'hui. Et on prend ça pour le deuxième round vendredi soir. On ne le saura jamais, mais Lucas Condota a peut-être sauvé les meubles